Hey there, friends and foes. Good morning. Welcome back to the virtual rec room. This is Back of the Cereal Box. I am your host, John Pica, the prophet of pop culture. And this morning, we've got a very special guest. Hollywood music composer Lucas Cantor is going to be joining us in the virtual rec room. And we're doing a giveaway for an exclusive Funko Soda Quisp. And we're going to do that right now. All right, guys and gals, we are back with Back of the Cereal Box. Thank you for joining us in the virtual rec room. And as always, joining us is my beautiful and talented co-hosts, the one, the only, the mythical, the incomparable D. Barty. Say good morning, D.
Good morning.
And D is wearing some polka dotted pajamas this morning. Is that a onesie?
No.
Oh, I so wanted it to be a onesie.
No.
I'll tell you someone else who would love to wear a unicorn onesie on the show is everyone's favorite supervillain, Lex Wojtek.
It's true. You're not wrong.
I know this about you. It's like we have a psychic connection. And as we were bantering before going live, I was afraid our special guest wasn't going to make it, but lo and behold, he has popped into the green room. I am so excited. This dude is hardcore, heavy duty. His resume reads like a Hollywood superstar, composer, musician, the one, the only, Mr. Lucas Cantor. Welcome to the virtual rec room, Lucas. How are you this morning? He is muted. Oh, you need...
It's 6 in the damn morning, John. That's how I'm doing. You can see by my hair that's a little early over here.
That's all right. Where are you?
Guys, and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, where are you this morning?
I'm in Chatsworth, California.
All right. Well, so we've already got some comments. Sawyer St. Sin says, good morning. Eli Cash belches, you and your onesies. What? Eli, I don't know what even that means. And Anna Marie says, good morning. Ha, ha, ha. Excellent. So welcome, Lucas, to the virtual rec room. We are so happy to have you. For those of you who are just now joining us, as you can see, we take audience comments. So, and Lucas, we are getting a little bit of crackle on your line. So I'm going to mute you for a minute until time to converse back and forth. For those of you who are watching, we do take comments live on the air. So you get to interact with us, and we will address your comments as you post them. Now, this morning, it's a little bit different because we are going to give away something really cool. So this morning, it's contest time. So we're going to give away this exclusive Funko Soda Quisp figure, if I can get it open. You can store toxic waste in these things. All right.
You do it. I believe in you.
Yeah. Talk about yourself.
This is coming from a girl that I really, I haven't reached old age, and I definitely need somebody to get the pickle jar for me.
There's the little Quisp in the can, and we are going to give that away. All you have to do is when you post a comment, put the hashtag Quisp in the comment, and we are going to do a random drawing at the end of the show. So stick around to the end of the show to see if you win. And Sawyer St. Sin says, ooh, what did you say, D?
Put my name in.
Okay. Well, you can post a comment just like everybody else.
I can do that.
Don't give me ideas about toxic waste, John. Yeah, Eli, you don't need any ideas. So this show is called Back of the Cereal Box. The reason it's called Back of the Cereal Box is because I am of an age where we didn't have iPhones or iPads growing up, sitting at the kitchen table on Saturday morning. And Lucas, you need to drop out for a minute and come back. Okay. So we didn't have iPhones and iPads. We had the Back of the Cereal Box that we were sitting and reading on, in between cartoons and commercials. And this morning, I have a brand new cereal from Magic Spoon. This is this is the cocoa flavor. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. But for my generation, the Back of the Cereal Box was a portal into all cool things that I love. Cartoons and comics and toys and games, board games. DBRT, you look completely bored.
I'm tired and my eye keeps watering and I'm like sniffing because my eye keeps watering. And I'm like, what the heck is going on in my face?
All right.
Face is beautiful.
So this is basically your Saturday morning grown-up show and tell after the Friday night sleepover. So with that,
like for show and tell after a sleepover, nobody, not on Saturday. I'm saying.
I know.
Well, we're mashing it up. I don't know.
Can you guys hear me now?
We can.
Do I sound better?
You sound great.
Excellent.
Awesome. You sound great too.
So
can I just jump in here and say that the cereal you just showed, I ate that exact cereal for breakfast this morning.
did you really?
Yeah, I got it as a present from my sister. My birthday was last week. Thank you very much. And my sister sent me a sampler pack of Magic Spoon cereal. And I just finished it. Yep.
The whole pack?
Yeah, I mean, I had a week to do it, but I got through it.
All four
I have
boxes.
We're not allowed to have cereal in the house because I will pretty much sit down and eat it until it's gone, no matter how much of it we buy. Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds literally makes me sick, and I will still eat a whole box of it if it's in front of me.
Oh yeah, I hear you there.
You and I, Lucas, are like on the same planet.
Yeah, right.
So here's what I ask every guest, and you can jump in here. Who are you? What do you do? And how did you get wrangled into being on this show this morning?
Well, I'm Lucas. I play, you can tell, at least bass and guitar. But if you look over to the backstage area, I got instruments here. Nice. I can play all of them with various degrees of proficiency. And over this side is my composing rig and my vanity light here, and some packages I'm supposed to mail, and Spock cookie jar that was a birthday gift one year. I'm a composer, which means that I write music for productions here in Hollywood, and also for the stage. I do concert music back when there used to be concerts. I don't know if you guys remember the before times, but people used to get together in a room and play music.
Come to Nashville, Lucas. It's back to the before times.
Oh, we're a week away here. June 15th. We're wrapping it up. But yeah, I'm a composer, I'm a musician, and I don't remember how I got roped into doing this podcast, but I definitely agreed to it before I knew that it happened at 6 a.m.
Me too. Me too. I'm also on the West Coast, although I'm an hour. I'd say West Coast. I'm actually in Albuquerque, but yeah, I have to, get up at like 6:30 to be able to get to my office to do this.
Can I tell you guys a story about the one time that I went to Albuquerque? And I don't mean this to insult you, but it is not the nicest story.
Listen, I understand.
So on our honeymoon, one of the things that we did, because I grew up in New York and I moved to Los Angeles, and so I had never really seen the middle of the country from the ground. And so we decided that we would drive from Los Angeles to Maine, where we got married, and that would be, part of our honeymoon. And so we got to Albuquerque, I don't know, on day 2 or something. We went to a bar and asked the bartender, hey, we're in Albuquerque. We're a little ahead of schedule. What should we do here in Albuquerque? And he said, well, if you go behind the Walmart where your hotel is, some guy got his head cut off there like 2 nights ago. So that's pretty cool.
I know this story, actually. I know exactly who it was and what happened. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
what?
Yeah, that was so his advice was actually you should finish this barbecue, sleep as little as possible, and get out of here.
Yeah, basically. I was going to guess that somebody stole your car, but all right.
It was a rental. It would have been fine.
Yeah. Oh, fair. Well, I don't know. This town is crazy. I love Albuquerque. It's toughened my skin, but it's a rough town.
That is wild. All right, so I have another question for you, Lucas. Okay. And this is for everyone in the audience. And remember, when you answer in our audience, add the hashtag QUISP to be entered into the giveaway. There it is. Hashtag QUISP. And stick around to the end. So here's the question, courtesy of our sponsor, TEDx. If you could send a message to the entire world, what would you say in 30 seconds?
That's kind of a big question.
That's huge.
So I get to send a message to the entire world. What would I say in 30 seconds?
Yes.
One should read Middlemarch and also listen to my podcast, Book Society. That would be my message.
There you go.
D. Barty, what would your message be in 30 seconds?
Be nice. Just be nice. Everybody be nice to each other.
I love that.
Stop all this crap. Just be nice.
I love that message. And that's kind of what this show is about, right?
Yeah.
We are 100% non-toxic. Lex?
Oh, God. I'm going to second D, but I guess also, I think that people should take care of themselves and not be afraid of, pleasure and being happy.
Okay, and you made D blush about that. Aubrey.
Well, I don't mean sexy pleasure, although that too. Don't be afraid, people. Go and be ethical sluts.
Self-indulgent.
All right. We've taken a left turn this morning.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to make a PG-13. That was D's blush.
Not yet. We're just oh my goodness.
Albuquerque's a party town, apparently. Now. Who knew?
Aubrey X, welcome back to the show this morning. What would you tell the world in 30 seconds? If you had a message that you could share with the entire world, what would it be in 30 seconds?
Welcome. Here's the existential question of a lifetime. How are you doing this morning?
Yeah, right. Be nice to each other, I guess, is the best one. Yeah.
Yeah, D.
If I had 30 seconds, no, I'm not going to say what I was going to be very selfish and say, if I had 30 seconds, I would tell everyone to drop a tip in the digital tip jar at patreon.com/cerealboxpodcast. Actually, I would say stop being toxic. That would be my message.
So be nice.
John,
be nice. You're going the negative of the affirmative of being nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So stop not being nice. John, I don't want to rip on your sponsor too much, but I want to take an issue with this question. So there's not enough information, right? Like, okay, right now, technically I'm broadcasting to the entire world. Anyone with an internet connection could listen to this. So in this question, are we broadcasting like, do we have some futuristic alien technology where we can broadcast directly into people's brains? And if so, do our words have more impact? Or are we just tweeting something out and the whole world can read it, but probably they're not going to? Right. Yeah, I need more information.
I think you're overthinking it. But that's okay.
People at TEDx are underthinking it. That's my point.
TEDx, they're our sponsor, and that's a great segue.
This episode is powered by TEDx. TEDx are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. So whether you're a new podcaster or an existing broadcaster looking to take your interviews and podcast episodes to the next level, you're going to want to check out TEDx. Visit poddex.com to get your TEDx today.
All right, and we are back. Thank you to TEDx for that. And all right, guys. It's time to find out what you guys got in your bowl this morning. I am trying for the first time, Magic Spoon cocoa flavor. And of course, on the back of the cereal box, they've got one of those amazing mazes. I've not tried this yet. So this morning, you get the taste test live. Now, last week, I tried their peanut butter, and their peanut butter was the best cereal I've ever had in my life. Lucas, did you get the peanut butter in the sample pack?
I did. I am not a fan of peanut butter in stuff.
No?
Personally, yeah. So my wife loved it. But
Okay.
my biggest problem with Magic Spoon cereal is that I don't know what they sweeten it with, but it just tastes weird to me. I like some good old-fashioned refined sugar in my cereal.
Sweetener.
Is it stevia or something?
No, it's like coconut sugar. It's like, they're like a hippie company, so it's something, that they got from the, inside of.
Well,
the
stevia
whale
is a natural.
It's monk fruit.
Monk
Oh,
fruit. There you
yeah.
go.
Okay,
Extract.
I know exactly what that tastes like. Yeah.
But I love it.
Hmm.
I think this is delicious. And this tastes exactly to me like Cocoa Puffs or Cocoa Krispies.
I
This
think
is
the cocoa
delicious.
one's my favorite one is the vanilla one, actually, but I like the cocoa one too. We finished that.
You should add the peanut butter and the chocolate together. What are you thinking?
That's my next thing.
I did the
Okay.
chocolate and vanilla together. That's pretty
Ooh,
badass.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good. Magic Spoon cereal, guys. We're trying to get them as a sponsor, Lucas. So
Oh, nice. I'm a big fan of Magic Spoon. They probably, their mazes are less confusing than Poddex questions. So I think that
they are the high protein, keto friendly, gluten free, grain free, soy free, wheat free, naturally flavored, totally delicious, childlike cereal for grown-ups. I'm blown away every time I have this. And look, 140 calories per 1 cup serving, which is this. This is a bowl is a cup. That's
a bowl
amazing.
it's one. I don't know. For me, it's like 1/5 of a serving of cereal that I'm actually going to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's only 1 cup, but then I can't. I'm telling you, I can't stop with the cereal. That is like it's crunchy,
Yeah.
it's delicious. But
I would
yeah.
eat it every morning. And DBRT, just for you, do you notice what I have?
Thank you.
No metal spoon.
Are you not into the clinking?
So I can't remember what it's called, but I really think I have that.
Misophonia?
That's it.
I do too. It enrages me. I almost broke up with my partner when he was eating fruit in bed one day. I was like, this is it. I love you. You're the love of my life, but I can't be with you because the fruit in the bed and the chewing, and I can't do it.
Both like chip bags and like the clinking of the bowl. Like I like you saw me. Like I'm sitting here going.
So, Lucas, you also had Magic Spoon cocoa cereal for breakfast this morning.
Indeed.
And you finished it. Lex, what is in your bag? I saw the bag.
Oh yeah. So it's the Nature's Path pumpkin seed and flax again. It's because we're all eating hippie cereal, I guess. But it isn't like celiac friendly, and I don't have celiac, but I've been told by my doctor to avoid gluten, at least for now, because obviously I was out last week because I was sick with my tummy time. See, today is TMI for Lex, but pleasure and tummy times. But anyway, so now I'm eating this stuff, and it's delicious. I buy it anyways, and it turns out that it's actually okay on the diet, so I have brought it back into the office.
Excellent. And DBRT, we know that you reject the premise completely, and you're only drinking coffee. But Aubrey, I saw a bowl in front of you. What do you got this morning?
I don't have a bowl.
What? What? All right, Aubrey, you get sent to the spotlight.
Why?
What? Aubrey, are we going to have an intervention?
Look, I wanted coffee, and I was just thinking about it as I was entering. I was like, crap, I forgot to make coffee. So I'm screwed out of 2 things this morning. That should be my punishment.
Well, one of the most famous breakfast cereals that is hard to find today, they still make it, is Quisp. And this little guy, we're giving him away this morning. So those of you who are watching, post a comment and use the hashtag Quisp to be entered to win. We're going to do a drawing before the end of the show, random drawing, and we're going to use the new StreamYard giveaway tool. It's very cool. You guys are going to love it. And you might win the Funko Soda Quisp. How cool is that?
Nice.
Pretty cool.
All right. You guys know what time it is?
It's still like 6 a.m.
It is time for our fan favorite segment, New Loot. So I went yard sailing this week. Not yard sailing, flea marketing.
Ooh.
Is that a word? Flea marketing?
We're going to make it a word.
So I went flea marketing this week, and
Without me? How dare you?
I know. It was a spur of the moment thing, D.
Yeah, John, I like flea marketing too, man. You could have called me.
That's a hell of a commute, man.
Hey, whatever. We're not doing much over here, so.
But I found this flea market just randomly. I was actually at the comic book shop, and I'm driving through White House, Tennessee, and there's this random sign at the corner of the intersection about, I don't know, maybe about this big, and it says Tennessee Flealand and an arrow pointing. I'm like, I got to go check this out. And it was epic. I posted the video from it on our Instagram. If you guys didn't see it, it's on Instagram. Go check that out. But here's what I discovered and what I walked away with. I walked away from it, but I walked away with the $6 Million Man on vinyl. This is a story book and record. Comic book, giant size. Look at that. Boom.
Awesome.
Whoa,
Isn't that
cool? Sweet.
And basically, these were, when I was a kid, the early versions of audiobooks. Because they do a full production of the comic story. So you could read along and visualize what's happening audio, with the audio, or you could just read it, or you can just listen. And I just put it on and had it playing in the background the other day while I was working on something else. But I loved these when I was a kid. And I was blown away by, one, the quality of the artwork, the quality of the paper. I mean, this is like thick archival paper.
Nice.
And then the quality of the audio production on the record. I mean, it's a full audio drama with Foley and everything, sound effects and music. It was amazing.
Who did the music?
You know what? I don't even know if it's credited.
Well,
yeah.
Musicians throwing the bus again.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see any credits for that.
You know what that means? That means that the guy who did it, I mean, I would say guy or girl, but realistically, it was probably a guy back in the 60s. Unless it was Shirley Walker. But the guy who did it probably got. What's that? Go ahead.
I was gonna say that might be why there's no name, is because it's not a guy.
No, so there's a great, amazing female composer from maybe a generation before me named Shirley Walker, who did, I think, most famously all the Batman cartoons in the 80s and 90s. And her, there are awards named after her. And I've been to I heard Hans Zimmer one time say, I'm known for, I'm not going to try to do my Hans Zimmer impression, but he has a German accent. Let's just imagine that I have a German accent. And he says, I'm known for making some pretty hard-hitting action music, but Shirley's music will melt your face off. And it's true. Her action music is just so huge. I don't think she did that though, because that's not her type of gig. But the fact that there's no name on it probably means it was a work for hire and the guy got paid a lot of money for it. So let's at least be happy about that.
Oh, okay. That's cool. But blown away and love that. Great addition to my collection. And then you guys know I love board games. And I found the Jetsons game. Look at this. Now, it's not complete. It's missing one character. There's supposed to be 4 of the characters, and it's only got 3. But you know what? I picked it up anyway because no one's going to play it with me anyway. But It's just very cool. These are the kind of games I played when I was a kid, and I'm on a hunt to find all of them. So that was a huge find. That was a great treasure find. Anybody else got anything cool they want to share with us this morning?
I spent all week in bed, so no. Oh, good. Somebody does.
Well, I don't know if it's cool. I mean, it's definitely the opposite of cool. But so one of the things that my mom for a long time and me for a shorter time have done is collect fountain pens, and I got a new one this week. So if there are any pen nerds watching this show, which I would say there probably aren't, they're going to be very impressed by this pen. But I'll keep it quick for people who are normal and don't care about this.
Oh, I'm into this. I'm so into this.
So this is a Visconti Breeze. It's an Italian-made pen. Oh, where we go. So you can see it's got this you can't really see it, but you can see it's got this etching of the name right here.
Yeah, I see that.
Clip.
Yeah.
This clip is angled up, so it goes under your whatever, and it's a steel nibbed fountain pen.
That's
and this
gorgeous.
is like blue resin acrylic. It writes beautifully, and this one is an extra fine, but I had my pen guy tune it to be a little bit more inky than usual. So this is my acquisition of the week.
Nice.
That is beautiful.
Thanks.
I want one.
Yeah, well, I'll send you a link. You can get one.
That'll be
Do
cool.
you guys write with fountain pens?
I haven't written with any pen in forever. Like, it feels like whenever I try to handwrite anything, like all my hand muscles have atrophied from, too much typing on a computer.
Yeah, I have that same problem, and I'm working on a book right now. I didn't really whatever. My bio's not important. You can look me up, but I'm writing a book about technology and the arts. And one of the things that I found is that sort of writing stuff longhand helps me organize ideas. And so I've gotten back to being okay at it. But I was the same as you. I mean, I haven't and still haven't been required to write anything by hand in a long time. I've also started writing people letters.
Oh,
because why not? It's so nice.
Yeah,
how whimsical and romantic.
It takes so long. To write like a 3-sentence letter that's intelligible takes as long as sending 50 emails.
Yeah, totally.
But it makes you be more conscious and thoughtful and intentional about what you're saying.
Yeah, I definitely use less apposition and only easy to spell words.
Not apposition.
Apposition would not be the letter. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that, D?
To just have a few kids in elementary school, lots of paperwork. You write everything.
Oh man, well you guys are it's possible that you're gonna meet my 2 toddlers because they're already kind of stirring in the next.
That's all right. That's all right. They're welcome. They're welcome. Now, Aubrey, did you have something that you got this week? Something cool?
Nope, I've been trying to think of something, and nope.
I saw you looking around.
Aubrey, did you know we were doing a show today?
That's kind of her thing. That's kind of her thing.
Aubrey's kind of taking over that role for me, I think. Thanks,
Look, it's 8:30. Leave me alone.
Hey, he's up at 6:30, 6 o'clock.
I wouldn't have agreed to that.
Well, D, you got anything?
No.
I'm going to show you guys one more thing because I'm so excited about this. This will take you back, D. Barty. I got to move some stuff around and tilt the camera down. Do you guys see what that is?
Beanbag.
It's
like
not
a love sack?
It's not a beanbag.
Love sack.
This is like one of those random chat sites now.
I know, right?
It's not just a beanbag. It is a Zorbie, which Zorbies, Xorbee, they are a memory foam filled beanbag chair.
What happened to the green one I gave you?
No, you sold it.
No, we didn't. I gave it to you.
No, you sold it at a yard sale.
No,
before I could come, I promise you, because I was going to come get it, and then you sold it at a yard sale before I could come get it because you were like, well, you didn't come get it, so we sold it.
Yeah, John, I believe you because I think a man who's wearing Star Wars jams would come over to get a beanbag chair if it was offered for free. So you must have given it away.
Well, so Zorbee, I'm gonna put their title up on the screen here. Zorbee is they were a sponsor of D&I's first show, and they are now a sponsor of this show. So go to Zorbee, XORBEE.com, and just tell them Back of the Cereal Box sent you. There's no promo codes to use, but just tell them you heard about us on our show, and on our convention appearances, we've got 2 of them, and only one's up here in the room because you can't fit 2 of them in a room at a time. And this isn't even the same size that we had on the previous one, D. This is like the small size.
Oh my gosh, that other one was huge.
Yeah, it took up a whole room. But we've got 2 of them.
Basement. We couldn't put it out the door.
I know. We couldn't transport it. I remember we were trying to stuff it in your van, and we had to 3 of us had to push it in.
I do not have a van.
A truck,
Never had a van.
Suburban, whatever it was, your SUV, the big thing.
Does it have windows? Does your car have windows?
Yes.
Okay, it's not a van.
But when you come see us at conventions and at appearances, we will have the Zorbee in our booth so that you can sit down and you can read or play games with us, hang out with us, and maybe what you want to read is Nightreich, my new book. Maybe you'll be spotted reading Nightreich in the Zorbee at a convention. By the way, that's available for $2.99 at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Do you see what I just did there? Look, I am a trained professional. Don't try this at home.
I would like a copy of Nightreich, please.
I will send it to you, Lucas, as a thank you for being on the show.
I love it. I love. Is it a full graphic novel, or was it? How long is it?
It's prose. It's a short story. It's a novella.
Prose, even better. I love it.
Yeah,
that's great.
So before we get to interviewing Lucas more in depth, we've got a bunch of comments. I'm going to go through these and let's address them from our audience. So Sawyer St. Sin says, "Ooh, talking about Quisp, I believe."
I think she was talking about me. Could be. And Anna Maria says, the Quisp container itself is cute. Yes, it is. Eli says, my bad ideas vault is already overflowing. Come on. So he's talking about when I said you could store toxic waste in this.
Oh, yeah.
Dee Bartie's smiling because she knows Eli and just how weird he really is. More or less yeah. All right. So Anna said Cinnamon Toast Crunch was hers this morning. I do think Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best breakfast cereal ever created. Personally.
I'm gonna go. Yeah. No, it's hard to make an argument against that. Frankly, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Sawyer St. Sin says, I am still eating Star Wars cereal because my work has pallets of it that expires on the 21st.
Well, we got to
Where do you work, Sawyer? And are you guys accepting applications? Do you need a composer? Maybe you guys need some custom theme music for whatever you do.
Somebody can help you get through this pallet.
Yeah. I've been offered some really weird deals, but I've never been offered to be paid an expired Star Wars cereal. Not yet.
I was gonna say not yet expired though.
Yeah.
And Eli Cash also says, I've got a story about Area 51. I mean Albuquerque. He was born there.
I was gonna say this name sounds really familiar. Do you know people? We gotta talk.
That explains a lot about you, Eli.
Were you born in Area 51 too?
Yeah, I was gonna say they're 2 different places, but
I've never been. Have you guys been to Area 51, Lex?
Oh yeah. I take the clandestine government installation tour every time I'm in New Mexico.
Well, okay, so I haven't been to the actual spot, but I've been all around Area 51. So
I've been to Bohemian Grove. Does that count? Do you guys know about this?
No.
It's where, all of the secret societies meet once a year and plot the future of the world.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
people.
Yeah, it was featured on Alex Jones's show.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
Sawyer St. Sin says, I need a new little trinket for my desk. #Quisp. Anna Marie also says, I'd say live kindness and practice gratitude in all things, and take care of yourself and make the people you love important. She is responding to our Poddex question. That's a good answer.
Yes.
I like it.
That's probably the best answer, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Sawyer St. Sin says, damn the man, save the empire. I like jokes, LOL. I don't know what that means. Does anyone know what that quote is from?
Sounds like Star Wars.
No.
That's just because it says empire in it, but there have been a lot of real empires throughout history.
But she was eating Star Wars cereal.
Damn, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Now, Eli responded to your question about what they use to sweeten Magic Spoon. He says, it's sorcery, Lucas. It's sorcery and monk fruit.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Never make the mistake of putting stevia in coffee.
Or
let
anything.
me just make a public service announcement. If you're putting anything in your coffee, you are doing it wrong. If you're putting sugar in your coffee and you're putting milk in your coffee, you're not enjoying coffee. Just drink the sugary beverage that you want to drink.
See, I don't put sugar in my coffee, but I do have to put a little bit of oat milk. I'm sorry, everyone.
Oat milk? Yeah, that's acceptable because
I get a pass.
What's oat milk? I don't even know what that is. But I'm Puerto Rican, so I'm Puerto Rican, and we drink our coffee black, or we drink café con leche, which is really just a sugary sweet confection that happens to involve coffee.
Totally.
I put a little bit. I just put a little bit of sugar, a little bit of half and half. I don't like the super sweet. That's why John knows I don't like the super sweet cereals.
But the real reason,
just a little bit.
The real reason to never put stevia in your coffee is like close to Lex's heart, which is that if you do, that's how Walter White will kill you. So.
Yes, well, there you go.
Aubrey sounded hungover just then. I always put a little bit.
No.
D-Marty,
where's the Bloody Marys in the rec room, everyone?
D-Marty, do you drink? Do you put sweetener in your coffee?
Hey, don't drag me into this. Y'all are gonna hate on me, so I'm out.
I'm out.
Well, you're the coffee drinker. You're like the hardcore coffee drinker of the group.
I am. No, I do not put sugar in, but I put creamer in, which has sugar. So.
All right.
But I don't add sugar. I just add creamer. That's it.
That's cheating.
Oh, Sawyer St. Sin, I did that once and never again, talking about stevia. In coffee.
You cannot believe how I drink my coffee. I pretty much drink espresso with coffee creamer. Like, I drink, like, you can almost stand the spoon straight up in my coffee. I drink super strong coffee. I would probably love your coffee.
I put 2 espresso shots in mine every day.
Like, I can't, if I go to like Starbucks or whatever, like I literally have to get a shot of espresso with their coffee because it's not strong enough for me.
You know, Albuquerque has a solution for all of this, like sugar and caffeine.
Called crystal meth.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You know, if we really want to go hardcore about it.
Phoenix Sister says
it's their #1 export.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Not really.
Is there something about the
it's
dry
green
heat?
chili, everyone. It's chili.
Talking
but
about
then
coffee is making me sad.
Phoenix Sister says, good morning, everyone. That's Kelly Gettner. We have an amazing announcement from her in a minute. Anna Marie says, I have the pumpkin flaxseed cereal. I mix it in Greek yogurt.
I was thinking about doing that this morning, but then I realized that I was out of yogurt. But I do the same thing.
Nice.
Eli Cash calls it flea rating.
Ha! Nice.
Oh,
I like that. That's a good
I
one.
like that. Flea rating. Yeah, that's cool. And peddler malls are the thing in Kentucky. Oh my gosh, some of the stuff I found. Now, Anna Marie.
Peddler malls. That's such a good name for it.
Yeah. And Anna Marie is a board game collector. And last night on a group chat, she was showing us she has an original edition of Battleship.
Oh, cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it's not, it's not the pegs. It's like a printed, anyway, it's very different, the original version, and she's got it. That's pretty awesome. I grew up on the $6 Million Man. Yes. Do you know, guys, my mother dated Lee Majors in college.
No, I didn't know that.
No, I don't think any of us did.
No.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. His real name is Lee Urey, and Yeah, my mom and he dated for a brief period in college.
Yuri, like URI?
Yeah.
Was he just like, is that a Jewish name and he was trying to hide it for Hollywood?
No.
It sounds like this could be Israeli or something, right?
It could be. No, it's I don't know what nationality it is, but that's not what he was hiding for Hollywood. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
He lived with Rock Hudson.
Roommates.
Rock Hudson picked him up from college graduation.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
Well, I think at the start of Pride Month, it's probably a great idea to say we've come a long way. And,
true.
You know, we got a long way to go, but we've come a long way since the days that Rock Hudson and Lee Majors had to pretend to be roommates.
That's right. That's right.
True.
Yeah. All right. Sawyer St. Sin says, awesome find. Anna Marie says, Dollar Man and Bionic Woman. Okay, this is a great question. Who here used to do the slow-mo run? Do you guys even know what we're talking about? Are you guys too young?
That's a sprint for me. So.
Right, that's just regular running.
Yeah,
right?
that's just running. That's just running for me. But yeah, the slow-mo you're talking about in the intro, like that was the $6 Million Man, right?
Yeah, every time he would use his speed because his legs are bionic. So he can run at super speed. But back in the 60s and 70s for special effects, instead of having him zoom, they put it in slow motion.
Right, makes sense.
And that was his running at speed. So good Lord, we have so many comments this morning. Ted Davis Artistry, who is a coffee lover, says good morning. And let's see. Greg Jones says, I have a carpet board for Monopoly. Ooh.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, so talking about the Battleship, 1973, all paper grid, still have the sheets from the games I played with my mom. Good memories.
It's like, so Anna Maria, it's like a game where you mark it with a pen. Oh, that's pretty cool.
And Greg Jones says he remembers the slow-mo run. Awesome. I think we got through all of the comments. I can't believe it. What awesome comments this morning. And make sure that you add hashtag Quisp to be entered in our drawing for Quisp. So, Lucas, we asked you to be a part of the show because I thought you seemed like a really cool, fun, interesting guy, and you've completely disappointed us. No, I'm kidding.
I was going to say I'm sorry to disappoint you.
No, you've been awesome, but let's talk about something really interesting and talk more about you. You have a resume that reads like you are a superstar. And, and one of our other co-hosts, when I shared your bio, she posted in our group chat, how did you manage to get him to be on the show? She's like, wow. And you already told us, I conned you into doing it. But tell us a little bit about tell us a little bit about your career in Hollywood. You're a composer. You've done some pretty cool stuff, and you've had some stuff in some movies and TV shows that we've all seen. Oh,
awesome. You guys have seen Christmas Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Who hasn't? That's a Hallmark classic.
Yeah.
Is it? If it is, then my dad has seen it.
It's one of the 200 Christmas films that Hallmark has made in the last 3 years. And
I've probably seen it.
It was actually as far as those movies go, it was one of the really good ones. I very much enjoyed scoring it, but that is not what I'm I think probably most notable to your audience would be that I did the music for Cannon Busters, which is an anime on Netflix. And if you haven't seen it, you guys would all like it. It's pretty cool, and the music is really fun. Nice. Was there a question? I'm sorry, I just started making fun of my own bio.
No, I want you to talk about what you've done. Brag on yourself a little bit, man. So, Cannon Busters, I've not heard of that. Aubrey, Lex,
I am looking it up right now because I'm into anime generally. So.
Oh yeah, you'll dig it. It's really cool. It's about a well, I won't tell you what it's about, but it's very cool and it has some really cool tracks, really cool music in it. And one of the things, the way that my job is usually done, 90% of the work that I do is someone, a director or producer, whoever comes to me with a finished picture that has either temp music in it or no music in it, and then I score to that picture.
Explain what temp music is.
Temp music is like they put in some piece of music from somewhere else just to show that music should go here and it should have more or less this feeling to it, right? So yeah, usually I get stuff that has either temp music in it or no music in it, but the picture is locked. It's exactly how it's going to appear, and I have to add the music to it. But for Cannon Busters, what they had me do is just they gave some direction as to, like, they said, well, we want about 50 or 60 tracks, and this is the direction that we want for all of them. And so kind of like Chariots of Fire. Yeah, Chariots of Fire is the best. I love that song.
It was the slow-mo run.
Yeah, I don't even know what that's referencing, but Chariots of Fire is the best. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh wait, no! Don't let me stop you from singing Chariots of Fire. Please continue.
No, I was singing Bionic Man again.
Okay.
Chariots of Fire. How does that go? Yeah,
I know this one.
Yep. And that is by a Greek composer and pianist named Vangelis.
Yeah, and John Anderson worked with him on that too, but the lead singer of Yes, but he's not credited. I don't know why, but anyway.
I didn't know that.
I only know that because I'm a huge Yes fan.
Interesting. That actually, that checks out. I can not just that you're a huge Yes fan, but that Yes would have helped with that. That it sort of has a Yes ring to it.
Sawyer says, "I want to be Lucas when I grow up."
Awesome. You should do it. I agree. I resent the implication that I'm more grown up than you.
But you were talking about Cannon Busters, and you had a different process.
Yeah. They asked me to create, me and I did that with a few other people, and they asked us to create just several 50 or so tracks, and then they would just animate to it, which I've found that you can get more emotionality when I'm scoring to picture that's already there, but you can get more forward driving awesomeness when you animate or cut to music. So they did that because they wanted the show to really feel like it was popping, and I think they accomplished that. My favorite track that I did for that show, the soundtrack is on Spotify. You can find it, Cannon Buster soundtrack. And my favorite track I did for that show was called "Chase Me," which was, they asked for like a Herbie Hancock style funk track.
Ooh.
And so I got to hire a bunch of really great musicians, and I play bass and guitar and anything and piano on that one.
Nice.
And I got to do a Herbie Hancock style solo, which was really fun. But yeah, it's a great, that was a really fun show. And then, yeah, I've done some other stuff. I also worked on something called Star Wars Detours, which is, I don't know if you saw that on my IMDb. I don't put it in my bio, and I don't talk about it that much. I was the music editor on that show, and it is an animated series that George Lucas produced 2 seasons of that Disney has permanently vaulted.
Tanked.
Yep.
Well, okay, so a couple of months ago, the first episode leaked out.
Oh, really?
And we thought in the community that it was intentionally leaked because they were going to actually release it. And we posted that full episode on our Facebook page.
You did?
Yeah.
Tell me which one. Can you describe like some of the things that happened in it?
Yeah, it involved Dex Jackster and his diner. Yeah. And it was just the diner part of it, though? Well, no, it was a full episode.
It was a full episode, okay. Yeah. So each episode had like a scene on the Death Star, a scene in Jabba's palace, and then a scene in the diner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this opened in the diner.
Gotcha.
So, we posted it on our Facebook page, and it actually stayed up for several months.
Wow.
And it just recently got taken down. For you've posted something that may belong to Disney.
Oh boy.
Yeah. The jack boots are on their way to your house.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was just like, all right, delete it. We'll leave it alone.
The mouse will show up any minute now.
No, you know what happens is they knock on your door, they go, "Hey, Disney police."
Yeah.
Nice. Exactly. There you go. You can do Hans Zimmer, but you can do Mickey.
That's fantastic that you worked on Star Wars Detours. For those of you who haven't seen it,
Which is everyone.
Yeah, well, no, I've seen
hasn't been released.
Yeah, well, I've seen that episode. You can message me personally, and I will send you a link to that episode, and you can watch it. I'm not endorsing piracy, but I'm just saying I got it. And now, so Seth Green was the guy behind that series. Did you work with him personally, or?
I was like I was the music editor, which means I was working for the composer. So I met Seth at an after party, and there's no way he would remember me, but I shook his hand. I actually did some work for Seth's company, Stupid Buddy, a couple years later. I scored a Disney Descendants Christmas special for them, which was really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was the music editor is responsible for, it's kind of like an entry level Hollywood music job. Or at least it was for me. And so I didn't meet, I met everyone on the show, but not that. I wasn't, I'm struggling to say that basically I wasn't important enough for them to have remembered at the time.
Now, DBarty, you have younger kids and you have girls. Were they fans of the Disney Descendants series?
Not really.
That's okay. I only scored like a 4-minute short. I didn't score the whole series. Do your young girls like Spirit Riding Free? Have you ever seen that? They one of them. So I worked on that also. That was I play all the guitars, and yeah, the composer is my friend James Roberson, and he hired me to do what we in the business call additional music, which means I did about a third of the music in the show, and I played all the guitars in the show, and I did all the pretty much all the end title arrangements when there's like a special episode. And like in the Halloween episode, we did like a Halloween version of the end title. And there's an episode where there's I don't want to spoil it for anyone, a big life event. And we did like a string quartet ending for that. So, and I used to do all the sort of John Williams-y action cues. And then I also would do the really silly, like frame by frame cartoony cues in that show.
It's so funny. So I have 4 girls, and one of them is like a mad horse girl, right? And so like every single time we put on something for the smaller kids, she's like, "Let's watch Spirit." Everybody's like, "Ugh."
But now
she wants to watch.
Now when she says let's watch Spirit, you can say, "Yay, I know one of the guys who composed the music. Let's watch it together."
It's also a good show because I mean I've seen every episode of Spirit, and it's as far as those, as far as like a kid's show, it's well written. It's got some layers for adults. It's interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
He wants to watch it over and over and over, and everybody around is like, "Oh, again."
Because it was originally a movie, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now it's a movie again.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a second one, or
yeah, it comes out yesterday. Came out yesterday.
Okay.
Yep.
That's fantastic. So, Lucas, I'm going to ask you one serious question, and then Dee and Aubrey are both going to ask you a ridiculous question, courtesy of our host or our sponsor, PodDex.
Oh, good. More PodDex questions.
Yeah. So, what would you tell someone who wants to get into film scoring and film composing? Like, what is the best piece of advice you would give someone?
Well, there is no one piece of advice I could give someone to try to help them to get into film scoring. I would say, you live in Nashville, right?
Mm-hmm.
John?
Yes.
If you want to learn how to be a songwriter, you really need to move to Nashville. That just, you can go somewhere, but the people who do it the best live in Nashville. And if you want to learn how to be a film composer, you've got to move to Los Angeles. Because
Albuquerque's got a huge film situation going on right now, too.
I forgot to mention, if you want to be a film composer and have your career tragically cut short by decapitation, move to Albuquerque.
There you go.
But yeah, if you want to be a film composer, you need to go where people who are doing that are. And it's a little bit easier now today because you can meet these people sort of virtually. And, I moved to LA basically on a wing and a prayer and just hoped I would figure it out when I got here. And yeah, I had some help, and I had some contacts and stuff when I moved here, but I was basically just driving around trying to figure it out. And it's easier now because you can really connect with people digitally a lot easier than you could even 10 years ago. But you need to, in film music and in music in general, there's a lot of stuff that you just don't know until you know. And so you need to be in a studio with someone who knows what they're doing and trying to learn from them. And that usually takes the form of being an assistant or being a music editor, which is one of the things that I did. And you just have to kind of watch how the process goes, and it takes years to learn. So that would be my advice. There's the art of film music composition, which is being able to read a scene and being able to craft emotional melodies and do all that kind of fun stuff. And then there's the craft of it, which is just being able to make the music sound professional and be able to deliver it to a post-production supervisor in a way that makes sense to them. And there's standard ways of doing that I could spend hours explaining and still wouldn't make any sense until you did it. And I know that because I used to teach a course at UCLA on this. So despite my hours of explanation, it just sort of gets you prepared to go try to work in the field at an entry level. And so, yeah, that would be my advice. And the other thing I think I would tell prospective film composers is that it just takes a lot of time to get good. So you have to have a plan to be able to put in the time that it takes to get there. Otherwise, you're not gonna you're not gonna come to Hollywood, live here for 2 years, and get a TV show. It's not that no one has done that. It's just that almost no one has done that. So the chances that you're gonna do that are pretty low.
That's very cool. That's great advice, great feedback. And Aubrey,
do
you have a ridiculous question for Lucas?
Let's see how ridiculous it is. Would you rather never be able to use search engines again or never use smartphone apps again?
I'd be happy to use neither one of them again.
That's what I say.
Yeah. Aubrey wants to disconnect, go off the grid, and live in the wilderness in a cave somewhere.
Yeah.
So my birthday present to myself this year is that I'm off social media for the year. So when we get to the point in the podcast where we ask people how they can connect with me, you can go to my website and send me an email, but I'm not monitoring my social media. My Instagram is up, but I'm not looking at it. And then my podcast Instagram is run by my producer. So
I love that.
Yeah, do it.
I am so jealous of you.
You gain nothing from it. Just move away. All you're going to do is mindlessly scroll and start hating things. It doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah.
But what's the so let me ask you this, John. What's the upside? Like, I don't know what your social media presence is like, but like, let's say you work really hard and you end up with 20, 30,000 followers. Like, what is the upside to that?
So
you can't really sell that much. Like, you'd have to get 100,000 followers before you could start charging $80 a post.
Well, so let me throw this out there. There's a philosophy in the world of entertainment, and it's really prevalent in social media, that you need to be able to connect, like real connection, with 1,000 fans, 1,000 fans who are willing to spend $100 on you per year.
Right.
In product or in ticket sales or, donations, like tip jar, whatever. And if you have 1,000 fans, 1,000 true fans, then you're going to make, a six-figure income. So social media is one of the ways that you can connect with them. It's not the only way. And I'm so jealous of anyone who says that they can completely disconnect from social media.
So this is the 1,000 true fans. That was a study that was published, I think, in the 90s, and that has been shown to be, more or less accurate. I think it's probably more like 1,000 true fans who can spend $200 on you a year at this point, but with inflation and so on.
Yeah.
But then you made a logical leap from that to you can get that with social media, which I don't think is true. I think you can get as many social media followers as you want, but there's no guarantee that any of them are going to become your fans, because people will follow you on Instagram or follow you on whatever app, but that doesn't mean they're really paying attention to what you're saying. And I think that, like, for me, I try to do as much work as I can. I'm not super accessible like I'm not accessible at the click of a button, but I'm very easy to find, and you can make an actual genuine connection with me extremely easily. Like if you're any of your listeners or future listeners to the show are film composers or film composer students or people who are interested in film music, if you send me an email, I will talk to you and we can Zoom for an hour. Like I love doing that, but people don't reach out in that way because social media is easier, and it's easier to have an idea of like, oh, I would kind of a little bit like to be connected with that person. So I'll send them a DM, and then they'll send me a DM back with a thumbs up, and then I'll feel like I've connected with them. But that's not a connection.
Yeah.
And so that doesn't, so anyway, that's
Lucas Cantor dropping some philosophical truth bombs on us this morning. I love it.
try.
DBRT, do you have a ridiculous question for Lucas?
I
Courtesy
do.
of Poddex.
Okay, so I saw this question, and then I was like, I'm not asking that. And then I sat and I shuffled, and then it came back up. So I guess I have to ask it. How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
What?
Well, let's see. Again, this is I think personally that my philosophy is that the best interview questions are specific. So so I think that Poddex is trying to get at like a, they're trying to, these are kind of gotcha questions because I don't really have there's no real answer to that question, but I'm going to invent my own specific, invent my own universe, and then tell you. So one possible answer is you could probably choke an elephant with a chicken. Another possible answer is also one. Don't you think? I mean, if you shoved a barred rock down an elephant's throat, that would probably clog its airway, right?
Oh my God.
And let's see, another, and I think what it evoked for me was how many chickens would it take to peck an elephant to death? And well, it depends on the size of the chicken and the ferocity of the chicken. But I don't think chickens would attack an elephant because chickens really only like to attack other chickens. And
dude, Aubrey has chickens. She has a backyard farm, and chickens are mean little monsters.
Mine aren't. Mine are nice. They're very friendly. Yes, they are. They're very friendly. Every time they see us come out, they're like, "Ooh, food!" So, and you can stick your hand in there, and they'll just lightly.
They're nice to you. They're not nice to each other.
Well, okay, maybe not.
Would you turn your back on two roosters?
Oh God, no.
No, they kill each other.
No, that's two roosters. Yeah. That's like asking if you'll put two betas in the same tank, or what other animals kill each other. But humans. Anyway.
Yes, hamsters actually, bizarrely.
Yeah. They eat their babies too.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because why waste all those calories?
We actually, I was just thinking because we took a whole handful of dirt and worms that we found under the pots, the planter things outside, and just tossed them in there to the chickens, and they went nuts. So I was thinking, what about if a elephant is like infested with bugs?
Yeah.
Oh, well then they's got a worse problem than just the chickens.
Yeah, well then you would need a lot of bugs. I mean, and Eli Cash, you might be showing some early signs of psychopathy there, buddy. But if you have the question wasn't how many chickens and other things would it take to kill an elephant? Like obviously, if you had chickens and an elephant gun, you could kill an elephant. So if you had chickens and bugs, you could probably figure out a way to kill an elephant.
Chickens and dynamite, as Eli mentioned.
I'll answer it a different way. So if you had, I would say 15,000 chickens, 20,000 chickens, that would be enough chickens to feed an army that you could then lead across the Iberian Peninsula and over the Alps. And that would kill like 90 elephants, as history has shown.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Can't make the
John's speechless.
Actually, it would take less than 20,000 to feed an army because we have probably over 3 dozen eggs that we are trying to get rid of right now.
Well, Hannibal's army. Okay, first of all, I wish I lived close to you. I would take some, but Hannibal's army was, I think, 35,000 strong. And you got to assume if you're marching, you're going to eat at least 6 eggs a day per person.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and also the chickens can't really like lay eggs on the road. You know, like you gotta send your like KP team ahead, I guess, to settle the chickens down, get them calmed down.
That's true. That's true.
And you really can't do that in the Alps. So I think you're not getting eggs, you're eating the chickens.
Eli Cash says parasitic elephants and explosive chickens. That sounds like a great album name. Not a band name, but an album name.
Totally. It's also, he's very much a Burqueño. Albuquerque true, man. New Mexico true.
And Anna Marie says 14 because ice cream has no bones.
Did your Twitter account just get hijacked by Jaden Smith?
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Well, hey guys, we are over our hour, but I have a couple of things that I still need to share because we have a very special announcement about the upcoming virtual Super Friends celebration. And we have a video from Kelly Gettner. We're going to run this right now. If anyone needs to jump off, go ahead and feel free. But if you can wait, that would be great. Take it away, Kelly.
Hello there, Super Friends. I'm Kelly Gettner of Phoenix Sisters Cosplay and Back Issue Breakfast Club on the Back of the Cereal Box Network. Or you might just know me because you're interested in the virtual Super Friends celebration. If you don't know what the virtual Super Friends celebration is, I'm here to tell you about it. This is a perfectly free virtual convention that's coming up Friday, June 11th through Sunday, June 13th. This will be hosted on Phoenix Sisters Cosplay, our YouTube, and our Facebook. So links down here. And this convention, it's completely free for you to participate in. You can log in and watch the live streams, or you can watch the reruns if you don't have the time to watch the live streams. If you watch live streams, there is an audience participation aspect. This con is also a charity, and we are supporting the Actors Fund. And the reason we chose this charity is because the Actors Fund benefits, we're not talking about the blockbuster actors that are bringing in millions of dollars or billions of dollars per film. We are talking about people in the entertainment industry who were hit hard by this last year, or who were hit hard by other hard times. The Actors Fund is there for them, because raising money for a good cause, and you're getting a whole weekend's worth of entertainment, all from the comfort of your living room. So what more could you ask for, really? I hope you join us.
Excellent. Thank you, Kelly. And Aubrey had to jump off to go to work. We got a few more comments. Anna Maria says, game explosive chickens because #Quisp. And Eli says, Lucas is probably going to jump off with great concern. I don't blame him.
No way. I'm in it to win it.
But why would you want to kill an elephant? Because they are so kind and awesome. That's true. That's true.
What I was thinking.
You know,
and
the piano keyboard's not going to make itself.
And Anna Marie says there's already an Exploding Kittens game, which Dan Martinez and I reviewed on Big Bowl of Board Games a couple of years ago. You can find that on our YouTube channel. But everybody, this game, Unexploded Cow.
Unexploded.
Yes. So this is from Cheap Ass Games, and here's the pitch. You and your friends have discovered two problems with a common solution: mad cows in England and unexploded bombs in France. In Unexploded Cow, you will help the towns of northern France clear away a century's worth of old bombs and, of course, make some mad cows explode.
I'm in. I would like to play that game.
So much fun. So much fun. And she loves the fact that you have that. All right, it is time for our giveaway before we leave, guys. I'm going to share our giveaway tool screen. Let's see what we got here. All right, Chrome tab, giveaway tool, share.
John.
What's that?
Hi, Mrs. John.
So you have company.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my daughter.
She just grabbed a beer out of the mini fridge.
That's my daughter, Allie, headed into ballet class. All right, let's see what we got. We're gonna draw, and our winner is Anne-Marie wins.
Congratulations.
Our Quisp. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Actually, I will bring this to you. No, you're not going to be at Imaginarium. I will mail it to you. Send me your mailing address, and we will get this right out to you. So, yay. How fun is that? All right, everybody, share with the audience what you're up to this week. Where can they find you? Lucas, we already know, lucascantor.com.
Nope, lucascantormusic.com.
That's what I said.
Close. Yeah.
But if you do a search for Lucas Cantor, you're going to find Lucas Cantor Music.
LucasCantor.com is actually a San Francisco web developer. And he's a nice guy, but he manages to lock down all the Lucas Cantors before I can get to them.
LucasCantorMusic.com. Check him out. Connect with him. He's got samples of his music on the website, and it's a lot of fun to go and listen to all of it.
I also have a podcast called Book Society, which you can find on iTunes. And my other passion is books. You can see there's some of them there. And I talk to an interesting guest every week about a book. We both read it. We talk about it for a while, and it's really fun. So nice. Book Society podcast on iTunes.
Society podcast.
Yep.
That's kind of cool. And I just posted that link.
Thank you.
Maybe, did I? It's in the comments. Where are the comments? There it is. Book Society podcast.
That's it.
Excellent.
Check it out. DBRT, anything interesting happening this week? Where can people find you?
DBRT photo. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. But not this week. But last week, I watched 2 movies. You would be so proud of me. I went to the movie theater and I watched Quiet Place 2. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I highly recommend it. I liked it better in person. And I watched Cruella.
Did you love Cruella?
I did.
I loved everything about that movie.
Every bit of it. Every bit of it. Highly recommend it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can I give you guys a fun inside sort of entertainment thing about Cruella, which is that an article just came out in, I think, Variety recently about how costume designers don't get any royalties. So when I write a piece of music, every time it gets played, I get a little bit of money, right? But the woman who designed Cruella's costumes, Disney is now, selling them, and you can buy all this like Cruella stuff, but she gets no back end on that, which functionally means she works for free because no matter how much Disney pays her, they're going to make more selling those things, which is it's messed up, and they're working to change it because, from Disney's perspective, they're a wonderful company to work for, and they're not just going to give away a revenue stream. Obviously, you have to make them see the light.
Well, and the same thing is true in the comic book industry. It's a work for hire, and these guys create these amazing characters and write these amazing stories that they're paid for, but then they get turned into $3 billion mega blockbuster movies, and they never see another penny from it.
Sure. It's a tough thing because you usually get paid a lot more for a work for hire. And, as a professional artistic person, professional creative, I guess, most of the stuff you do doesn't go anywhere, so in the medium term, like it often seems like a better deal to get $15,000 for something than to get 10% of it or 1% of it going forward.
And hope that it's going to hit.
Yeah, because you never know. And my rent is due today, not 30 years in my future.
Yeah.
So, well, it's not due today, but you know what I mean. It's due this month.
That's a whole nother discussion we could talk about for hours at a time. Lex, what do you got going on this week? Where can they find you?
Well, I'm still working on my my moving plans, so we'll talk about those when they're actually here. But that's basically what I've been doing in my sphere lately, is trying to get to Nashville, basically. So, but you can find me at DearXFawn on Instagram. That's pretty much the easiest way to find me these days.
Yeah, and she posts some great cosplay stuff, all of her fun wigs, her hair colors. I love it.
Thank you. I like color in my life, as you can see.
Well, as you can see, I am still sporting the blue from yesterday. I haven't washed it out. I can't decide what I'm going to do today. What color I'm going to do today.
Are you not a natural blue?
No. No. I'm a natural gray.
You should go blonde.
What's that?
There you go.
You should go blonde.
So I do have gold, and the gold is blonde, and the gold is sparkly. It just doesn't show up quite as well as the blue or the purple or the red or the hot pink.
I mean,
today
pink sounds great.
Today might be a hot pink kind of day. All right, guys and gals, that is it for this show this morning. We went 15 minutes over time. I apologize to Lucas for making him get up this early and holding him 15 minutes over time. But we appreciate it. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you check out our sponsors, poddex.com. Use our promo code Cereal Box Podcast to take 10% off. Check out Zorbee.com. XORBEE.com. Just tell them we sent you, and that would be great. If you want, I'm telling you guys, these beanbag chairs you could like sink into them and then fall asleep into a permanent coma and never get up again. It's that comfortable.
They're amazing. I need that.
I'm sorry, John, is that the ad copy they gave you? Zorbee, this shit will kill you?
Lucas, you are not good for our sponsors.
I'm great for your sponsors.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Zorbee, sit down and die.
All right, that's enough of you. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to go. Thank you for joining us this morning. Lucas, thank you. You were a great guest this morning.
My pleasure.
And
thanks for having me.
We would love to have you anytime you want to come on. You are a part of the family now, and enter the rec room anytime you want. And until the next time, everybody, if you like the shows, do the thing, like, comment, subscribe, wherever you are, share it with 200-300 of your closest friends and family. And until the next time, we love you, mean it, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Bye.